This exercise is going to be practicing loading the capsular tissues of your elbow to build a happier, healthier elbow. When we are targeting the capsule, we are generally targeting rotation in the elbow, which is going to be supination, which is bringing your bottom of your forearm up towards the ceiling, or pronation, bringing it down towards the ground. For this exercise, I'm going to show you how to start and then how to progress it. I like to use a yoga block or a ball or a towel here so that we can decrease shoulder compensations, because a lot of people will hike their shoulder or will bring their elbow out, which is actually their shoulder moving instead. And if we're training the elbow, we only want to train the elbow here. So we're gonna get a little more specific and strategic by placing the elbow on the yoga block and keeping it there. I also generally want to start in an elbow bent position here. That's going to be mostly where people start. You can do these in other positions like straight as well, but more people benefit from starting here to learn what an elbow movement is so they don't compensate. Now from here, with these loaded capsular cars, we're going to start with just body weight so you can get the idea of the movement first. So we're going to make a fist, just like we are holding something. And you are going to start with your thumb kind of facing the ceiling. So we're just kind of starting here in the thumbs up position. And then we're gonna move down into pronation as far as we can. So we're thinking about turning that forearm down to the ground as far as we can. And then supination is the opposite, turning the forearm up towards the ceiling. Now, we're not just kind of doing the range of motion, we are going for our full range of motion. So I really want you at the end of each position to give a nice squeeze without feeling like you're bringing on a lot of the other muscles. So you should feel like a lot of your elbow muscles are doing this work, maybe a little forearm, but not like we are bringing up our shoulder blade and our neck are coming to join. Now, once you have done this for the amount of time and you're able to tolerate it, no problem, then we can progress by adding a weight. This is a 5 pound. You can also just use something like a 1 pound weight, 2 pound weight. Those are progression too. 5 pound can be quite a big of a jump, but I'm gonna show you with the dumbbell that I have here. Now, the closer you hold this to the center, the easier it will be. To make this a little more challenging, you're gonna grab a hold of the very end, and we're just gonna do the same movement, letting this pull you into a little bit of a loaded stretch, and then rotating out and letting it pull you into a little bit of stretch the other way. We should be feeling no pain or pinching when we're doing this, but you should feel like your muscles are really getting loaded. Now, the key here is also making sure that we are not letting our wrists kind of fall all over the place as well. Your wrist should stay neutral. It should not be helping you. Your knuckles should be facing forward the entire time. So make sure that as you're doing that, you are loading just your elbow, and we aren't letting the wrist and the shoulder come into play and help. But typically we'll do this for 12 to 15 reps, sometimes a little bit less depending on where you're starting. Obviously, the volume depends on the goal and your own body, but that is going to be how you can do some elbow capsular cars and progress them with a little bit of load.